It was a familiar saying, a prophet is not without honor except in his hometown. Or we might have the aphorism, familiarity breeds contempt. Or maybe we could tweak it to say, familiarity breeds unbelief. Sometimes the closer you are to Jesus, the harder it is to really see him for who he is. Years ago when I had to, was applying to get into college, and you had to take some basic medical tests, and they did one of those tuberculosis skin tests, and lo and behold, it turned up positive. No, I'm okay. It turned up positive, and some of you, if you're a doctor or something, you can explain how I don't understand how the medical stuff worked, but as I understood it, they said, okay, you have a latent form of TB, and we need to give you this medicine, and you need to take it faithfully every single day. Don't miss it, because we're going to give you something that helps to encapsulate it so that you never get the actual active strand of TB that makes you sick and everyone around you sick. But you have to take it every day because we're giving you just a little bit of the real thing so that your body can respond to it and inoculate yourself against it. We understand how inoculations work. Often it's like that with vaccines, or you take allergy shots. Hey, you're allergic to everything. We'll just come on in and give you a shot every week of the stuff you're allergic to. Great idea. But it works because they give you a little bit in measured doses so that when you encounter the real thing in real life, it doesn't bother you anymore. Isn't that the danger many of us, maybe especially people like us, have with Jesus? Just enough Jesus to be inoculated against the real thing. Just enough church, just enough songs, just enough Christian music on the radio, just enough conferences, just enough Christian books. We have a familiarity with Jesus, but we've not really come face to face with this Jesus. They grew up with Jesus. They knew him. They saw him. They could touch him. They could eat a meal with him. He was this boy that grew up in a little town just like the rest of them. Some of us are so familiar with Jesus, we're no longer impressed by him, and this is a scary place to be. There are many people in this country, perhaps some even here this morning, who confess faith in Christ, and you go to church, but there is nothing going on in your life spiritually. There will be people who will show up at all of our churches in 2 weeks on Easter. And they got no beef with Jesus. They got no relationship with him either. They're like the people of Nazareth. They appreciate the show. They recognize some special things about Jesus. And if he can help solve a few problems, great. But familiarity can breed unbelief. The New Testament is not interested in a kind of, wow, Jesus is cool sort of faith. No. They want a faith that is more than simply marveling. They want a faith that is worshiping